Hello everyone and welcome to class today. My name is Rachel, I'm the girl with the Pilates mat, and today we are doing standing Pilates for seniors, but this is for anyone who wants a very gentle workout, or you are at the beginning of your fitness journey and you want a nice functional workout to get you moving, but nothing too scary. I know for a lot of people, when you first start your fitness journey, it can be quite intimidating. So we don't want that today. We just want to get you moving. All right, so I'm going to give you some very basic principles of Pilates. It's all going to be standing. All right, so let's begin. First thing we're going to do is a tiny bit on the breathing. So I'm going to go sideways. And I want you to watch what's going on in my body, all right? So in Pilates, we breathe in through the nose and we breathe out through the mouth. And the idea is we want to activate all this area of the body. So the lower abdominals, the core goes all the way around. That also includes your rib cage as well. So I want you to start by just putting your hand on your tummy and try and pull your tummy away from that hand so you can feel it drawing inwards. It's like you're trying to pull it back towards your spine, very gently, okay? And you're going to try and hold it more or less there. And as you breathe in, I want you to see if you can expand your ribs out to the side. So you're going to take a breath in. And then on the out breath, you're going to try and pull your tummy in even further. So now you feel that connection. All right, so breathing in, expanding the ribs. Breathing out, pulling the tummy muscles in. Breathing in, feel your ribs expand out to the side. Breathing out, pulling the tummy muscles in. So just working muscles. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to layer on a little bit of movement, okay? So I want your hands on your hips. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, you're going to try and lift your right leg up as high as you're comfortable going, but no higher than your hip. Inhale to lower it down. Stay on the same leg. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. 3 more. Exhale, lift. And lower. Lift. And lower. Last one, lift and lower. So we're going on to the other side. Deep breath in, exhale to lift and lower. So I'm showing the maximum that I want you to lift to, but you don't have to do what I'm doing. Somewhere in between is fine. Just try and coordinate the breathing with the lifting of the leg. All right, 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. All right, we're going to do the same thing, taking the leg out to the side now. So keep this leg straight. You're going to point the toes on this leg. Hands stay on the hips. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Let's switch to the other side. Standing nice and tall. Here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 and 1. Well done. Bringing that down, and we're going to do the same thing with the leg to the back. So I'm just going to go this way so you can see. So we're standing nice and tall, but I want you to hinge forward slightly from the hips. So your back is staying straight, but you're leaning forward. That's going to activate the back of the body. All right, and we're going to point the toes. I want a controlled lift. So take a breath in and then exhale, just float the leg off the floor. Keep your knee nice and straight. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Let's bring that leg in. Let's go on to the other side. So hopefully you're feeling that in the bottom. That is the idea. Our bottom muscles are very important. So a little hinge forward from the hip, pulling the abdominals in, taking a breath in, breathing out and lifting. Feel the lift come from your bottom and try and have your knee nice and straight. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Lift and lower. 3 more. 2, 1. Well done. And come on in. Very good. Okay, so let's bring those feet into a hip width apart. We always say this in Pilates. A lot of people are not quite sure what it means. So it means in line with your hip bones, the front of your pelvis. So not here, but here. All right, so you can see it's narrower than we imagine. All right, you're going to stand up nice and tall. You can take a breath in, lift the arm out to the side, breathe out, nice side stretch. Stretching through the rib cage. Inhale, exhale down. So keep that breathing going if you can. Inhale, exhale over. Inhale up and lower down. Breathing in, breathing out as you go over. Lifting up and lower down. Up and over. Lift and down. Once more each side. Inhale, exhale, up and down, and inhale and exhale, up and down. Now you're going to inhale, you're going to tilt your head over to the side. Exhale, bring it up. Other way. Inhale over, exhale up. So again, be gentle on your body. What we're doing today is mobilizing, getting everything moving. It's not about doing everything to the sort of fullness of your range. It's about working in a comfortable range. All right, now you're going to turn and look to the side and bring it back. Other way. Over and back. Over and back. Over and back. Last 2. Good. And back. Now I want you to tilt the head over to the side. Turn the head to look down towards the floor. Little roll of the head. So you're going to come down to the center, over to the other side. Turn your face to the front and come up. Back the other way. Tilt the head first. Little turn to look down. Circle the head down, around to the other side, face to the front, and up. Once more each way. Tilt and turn. A little roll of the head down, over, face to the front, and up. Last one. Over, turn, and take the head down. Around, face to the front, and up. Very good. Okay, so let's do a little bit on the shoulders. Going sideways so you can see what we're doing. We're going to raise the arms up, and what I want you to do is squeeze your shoulder blades together at the back and then release. Let me go this way so you can see. So you're going to squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And I want you to think of it being the bottom of your shoulder blades trying to touch. So you're not lifting your shoulders. If anything, they're going down and back. All right, so again, this is shoulder function. And 3, and 2, and 1. Well done. Bring the arms down. Now we're going to do one arm at a time. So you're going to take this arm out to the side and you're going to try and draw the shoulder blade across and down, across and down. If it's too hard up here, you can make that arm a little lower. Cross and down, cross. So working the muscles underneath the shoulder blade. 2 more, 2, 1, and down. Let's do the other side. Across and out, across and out, across and out, across and out. 2 more. Across and out. Bring that arm down. Wonderful. All right, let's do a little bit more legs. So back to feet hip width apart. I'm just going to turn this way so you're a little bit of a sideways view. So think of pulling that tummy in towards your spine. Now you're going to breathe in, bending the knees, keeping the heels down. Palms are facing down. Breathe out to come up. All right, so you want to keep the heels on the floor. And very controlled. This again, it's not about speed, it's not about range, it's about getting your body used to the movements. All right, because we will progress them as the weeks go on. So bend and up, bend and up. 2 more. Good. Bend and up. Now we're going to try and raise up onto our toes. Arms go up and down, so everything lifts and lowers. So if you want to add the breathing, what I find works really well for this is an inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down. So the idea is that you're floating up off the ground, getting as high as you can. Don't worry if you lose your balance, just come back. Join in again when you're ready. 2, 1. Well done. Now from that position, all I want you to do is bring your heels together. Okay, so you've got a small V position. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bend the knees, keeping the heels down, and come up. Bend and up. So working your legs slightly differently. If you look down at your own legs, you want your knees going over the second toes. All right, so we're working those inner thighs a little bit more now, and the outer thighs and the bottom, as you can feel. 2, 1. Now we're going to lift those heels up, breathing in to lift, breathing out to lower, breathing in to lift and lower. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. One more time, lift and lower. Now we're going to take that position and we're just going to widen it. So it's the same turnout, but a little bit wider, as wide as you're comfortable going. Okay? This has to be always my favourite, this one. So now we're going to take the arms from here and we're going to go out. You're going to bend the knees however far feels okay for you and come up. Bend and up. So nice straight back, but try not to feel tension in your back. Just try and hold yourself in a nice upright position. Good. Bend and up. 2 more. Okay, here comes the challenge, lifting the heels. So arms are going to go up and down with the heels. Lift and lower. Add that breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do 2 more. Well done. And then you're going to come back in. Now, find that V position again that you had. And I'm going to give you a bit more of a challenge now. So you're going to take this leg back a little. and this leg forward a little. But it's as if your heels were still on the same line. Okay? But you've got both legs turning out. Now we're going to add some coordination. So we want opposite arm. So you're going to bend and straighten. Now do a little check. Where are your hips? Are they like that? If they are, you've got to use your core muscles to bring everything around. So you are working your oblique muscles here. You can see it on my body. You can see them working. Okay, so hips facing forward, and they stay facing forward as you bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. That's it. Good. 4, 3. So trying to control those hips. That's where the core work is coming in. Last one. All right, should we try and lift the heels? Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. So a little tip for this one is if you really squeeze your bottom, it does make it a little bit easier. Up and down. Let's do one more. Very good. Okay, so just switch over. Okay, check in with those hips. So I can see mine are pointing this way. I'm going to use my tummy to correct so everything comes around. Hips facing forward, opposite arm. Okay, so this arm's going out to the side, this one's going forward. Weight is even between the two legs. For 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to try and lift up onto the toes. Lift and lower. Oh, this one's harder for me too. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, whoops, and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Last one. Lift and lower. Well done. Come on in. Shake those legs out. Super. Okay, so from here, let's add a little bit more work to the side. So you're going to take this leg out to the side. And this time we are going to bend the knee. So this knee is a little bit bent. All right, and we're going to do coordination again. So this leg and this arm are going to work. Other hand on the hip. All right, so have the arm by your side. Pull your tummy in towards your spine. Take a breath in, breathe out and lift. And lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. And lower. Lift and lower. Let's change legs. Okay, so opposite arm and leg lifting at the same time. Take a breath in. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. That's it. 2, 1. Well done. And come in. Okay, so back to standing neutral position. That's what it's called, and I'll keep reminding you of that. We're going to try some circles now with the leg on the floor or the foot on the floor. So you're going to bring this foot forward. And now if you need anything to balance, you can always put a chair to one side, or you can put your arms out if you want a little bit of security there on the balance. What you're going to do is take yourself from here, take the foot forward, take it around to the side, and then bring it in. So you're going to go forward, round and in. And we're going to try and do this without the pelvis moving. All right, so we're going to do 3 more. You can put your hands on your hips like I am if you wish. Around and back, forward, around and back. Switch legs, forward, circle, back. So it's like you're just drawing a quarter of a circle, all right, with your toes. So this is starting to mobilize your hip joints and back, forward, out and back, forward, out and back. Last one, forward, out and back. Now we're going to reverse the circle. So you're going to take this leg back first of all. This one's always tricky for me. So you're going to go back, bring it to the side and in. So you've got to be not sinking down, you've got to think of lifting up. That will really help. So go back, circle, in. Back, circle, in. Back, circle, in. Last one. Back, circle, in. Swap legs. Back, circle, in. Back, circle, in. All right, so what we're doing today is lots of introductory movements to get you into the feel of how Pilates works. All right, last one and in. Excellent. Okay, give your legs a little shake out. All right, and we're going to come back to our wide V position. All right, and then what we're going to do here is we're going to come down, a little bit of a knee bend. This hand here, you're going to reach up and you're going to stretch over, lift and down. You don't have to go too low. All right, we're just adding a little bit of a deeper stretch now and down. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out to go over, lift and down. Breathe in, breathe out to go over, lift and down. Two more. And down, up and over, lift and down. Wonderful. Come on up. Okay. So we've done at the beginning these lifts to the front. We're going to add a little bit of coordination now. So I want this foot forward and this arm forward. Okay, and what we're going to do, and this is my challenging foot, so I had surgery on this foot, so it's always a challenge to balance. So what we're going to do is we're going to lift the leg up, all right, and then we're going to try to open out to the side, bring it back, and then rest down. So I'm giving you a little rest in between. That's for your brain to kind of learn or find that point of balance. You've got to really press this foot on this side into the ground. All right, we're here, so we're going to lift. And then pulling the tummy in, we're going to open. We're going to bring it back and lower down. Lift, whoopsie daisy. Open, back and down. Lift, open, back and down. One more. Lift, whoops, and open, back and down. Let's try the other side. So opposite arm and leg. All right, so this is really making your brain work as well. So we start with everything down. We then take a moment, we lift up, and then we open. We come back and down. Lift, open, back and down. Lift, open, back and down. Lift, open, back and down. Last one. Lift, open, back and down. Well done. Bring your feet back into your standing neutral position. And we're going to bend this leg. And now we're going to lift up onto both toes. You've got to push into this foot, lift up, and then lower onto the other. But when you lower, lower as if you're lowering onto something that's quite hot. And what I mean by that is you don't want to go into this kind of slouchy movement, right? We want to keep our really good posture. So we lift up and we lower. We lift and we lower. But imagine that each time you lower that heel, you're getting an inch taller or a centimetre taller. Good. And switch, and switch, and switch. So this is great for the feet, really good for mobilizing those feet. Good. Keep going. All right, now we're going to add a little layer onto this. So this is what your legs are going to continue to do. You're going to bring your arms down and we're just going to draw a little circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Lifting up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last time, coming up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Well done. Okay, so from there, let's take the right leg behind us, left leg forward. Let's just have a little stretch. So I want you to lean into this front leg and again, start to be aware of where your hips are. So a lot of the work we do in Pilates is about learning about our own body and learning to identify where it needs a little tweak, a little switch, a little alignment. Okay, so you want to have both those hip bones facing forward and then you go to wherever you can without that back heel lifting. So you can feel that lovely stretch. The back foot can be slightly turned out as mine is. Okay, and then draw those abdominals in. And then from here we're going to lift the arms up and circle them back. Lift them up and circle them back. One more, up and circle them back. Good, switch legs. Okay, so it's a very gentle stretch. Let's work on the alignment, so get those hips facing forward, leaning into it. You feel that stretch in your calf on that back leg into the Achilles tendon. All right, and once you're there, you're holding that position, arms down, you're going to bring them up and back, up and back. One more, up and back. And then you're going to bring your feet back in, back to hip width apart. And you're going to bring your arms up in front of you. And we want the elbows bent this time. Okay, and I want you to bring those elbows together. Bring your hands together. Okay, and now we're just going to lift those elbows up and down. Trying to keep your shoulders down. It's quite tricky, this. And down. Lift. So this is about learning to control your shoulders. It looks easy, but it's not, as I know you'll be feeling when you're doing it yourselves, not allowing your shoulders to lift. Now I want you to think of lifting, and your elbows, if you can, you're getting them up to maybe around just below eye level. And then from there, think of the front of your rib cage lifting, and you're starting to lift, but move in a backward direction. So your eye line is going up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to come back down. All right, so it's a mild back extension. So you're going to lift up with those elbows. When they can't go any further, think of your ribs lifting and they're going up and back. It's like you're curving back. You might feel a stretch down in your tummy, as I do. Hand back. One more. Lift the elbows up. Reach back. Good. And then bring everything down. Roll your shoulders out. Up, back and round. Up, back and round. Oh, can you hear my shoulders crunching? Up, back and round. Up, back and round. And last thing we're going to do today, right leg behind you one more time. Left leg forward. Okay, tummy muscles in. Reach your arms forward. All right, so we've got our right leg back and we're going to take our left arm out to the side. And if you can, you're going to take it further so you feel the stretch across your shoulder. All right, now if you're feeling okay to go further than that, you can do a very gentle rotation of the rib cage, like so. All right, I know that's going to be hard to balance, so take it easy. Just work with what you can. And then you're going to come back. All right, change legs. So this is a little step into rotational work. All right, you have to be very careful with this as you get older. All right, but I want you to try it. So our arms are forward, our right leg is forward. Okay, and now you're going to take your right arm back. And you take it as far back as you can till you feel the stretch in the front of that right shoulder. And if you feel that that's enough, stay there. If you want to try and go a little further, then you're going to see if you can rotate your rib cage, maybe turn your head. All right, this is where people lose their balance often, and look behind you. As you can see, I'm wobbling doing this. All right, and then you're going to bring everything back and come up. Well done. All right, come back to your neutral standing position. We are almost done, so let's just finish with a little stretch. Take a breath in, lift up. Breathe out, stretching out to the side. Inhale up. Exhale out. And last one, inhale up and exhale out to the side. And thank you very, very much for joining me today for our introduction to fitness. It was a senior Pilates session, but it is also completely suitable for anybody refreshing or starting their fitness journey. My recommendation to you is to do this workout you've just done 3 times a week minimum for the next 4 weeks, and then we will be giving you a new video. So I'll be doing a new video like this, or a new live should I say, on the first Monday of every month. So we'll be back again in a month's time. Until then, I want you to work on this one until you've really got perfection and control in the movements, because that's what Pilates is about. And I don't want you to go too far into it until you've got a good basic technique and you're starting to build some strength and control in all of your joints. All right, so I'm going to come and chat to you now. So if you are with me here live and you have any questions, this is your time to ask me, because I'm really here right now just for you. If you need to go, and have a wonderful day, but before you go, don't forget to press the like button. Please do subscribe and come and see me again soon. All right, take care and bye for now. Well done, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed that today. So that was our introductory session. And as I just said, I really would like it if you would come and do this one with me at least 3 times a week, particularly if you are doing this as an introduction to fitness, or introduction to standing Pilates, introduction to senior fitness. You want to be building your skills, and the way to build them is through repetition. What we want to do is build muscle memory. All right, and there is such a thing. You honestly, it really does work. You repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, and you'll get to the point where you can do these things automatically. Your body would balance, it will know where to go, you'll know which way your arm's going, which way your leg's going, and that's what we need to do. I want you to get those really good basic elements in before you start to journey into more challenging videos, okay? Now, if you've done lots of my videos before and you are one of my regular senior Pilates people, then of course this is one of now 48, I believe, I think it's 48, 48 videos in the senior Pilates playlist. So it's called Senior and Gentle Pilates playlist. So if you liked the pace of today, you like the focus on functionality as opposed to doing all these fabulous crazy things, then please look at that playlist. Me personally, if I was in my 70s, I would be doing that, working my way through that, and then move into other videos. And I have lots of people who write to me who are in their 70s now. In particular, there's quite a lot of people in their 70s that write to me who started out with senior Pilates when I first did it on the channel, or when I launched the channel really during lockdown, and now they're just doing my regular classes because they built up that strength, that mobility, that flexibility. All right, so that's what I would recommend. If you are new, do this one 3 times a week for the next 4 weeks. That gives you a goal and something to look to. Put it in your diary. Decide what days you're going to do it. Maybe it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday and Sunday, whatever works for you. And then I'll be back with a new live for seniors in 4 weeks time, okay? And then in between that time, I'll be doing other level videos at the same time. So I am live every Monday, but I'm going back to our routine of doing a live seniors workout, or once a month on the first Monday of the month. All right, so just bear that in mind if that's what you want to do. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick look at the chat. Don't forget, before we finish today, I would love you to vote. So if you haven't voted, please, please, please vote, because it helps me decide what I'm going to do for you for the next session. And you've got the power. You're the ones that can decide, all right? Because we're a very democratic channel. I do what you tell me you need, and I do try and film videos by request as well. So you will see that there's videos for knee replacement, painful knees, rotator cuff injuries, painful hips, mobility work for the feet. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Arthritis of the spine, lots and lots of stuff. If you have a condition and you have a particular condition, have a look in my Pilates for injuries and chronic conditions. I think that's the correct playlist name. That is where I post videos I've made for particular conditions. So in there you'll find Pilates for rotator cuff injury, Pilates for rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, arthritis of the knee, arthritis of the hip. There's lots of really interesting stuff in there, sciatica, all those. So if there's something that you know you have, it might be worth checking in there as well. And if it's not covered yet, then let me know, because I make a list of things, and as I have the time, I try and record stuff as well as do these lives. Okay, I'm going to the chat now because I've been chatting away, haven't I? And wanted to see who's with me today, who's here today, and who has got my attention. I can see Mary Margaret Seagraves. Hello, Mary. Thank you very much indeed for your donation there. Lovely super sticker. I love it when I get the super stickers because I can see your names. I know who's out there. So thank you, Margaret. Lovely to have you here. Annie Haven, I can see you want more band workouts, so noted. We will add that in at some point. On the band workouts, if anyone likes working with a resistance band, you will find all of those workouts under Pilates with small equipment. So I have Pilates with small equipment playlist, and in that playlist I have weights, I have Pilates circle, I have resistance bands, I have, what else do I have? I have the core stability ball, I have the big ball in the corner, all that stuff as well. So you can always check that out. I did actually look the other day at the number, and I've done over 500 videos now since lockdown. It's a lot. So there's plenty to choose from, but we want to keep it refreshing for everyone. So I will be continuing to add videos. So Laurie Gruber, hi to you. Ruth N. White, hi to you, Ruth. Lovely to see you. Ruth, thank you very much for setting up a monthly payment on Ko-fi. I saw that this morning, much appreciated. Ko-fi is my creator page for those of you that don't know. And that is where you can support me either with a one-off donation or a monthly donation. I'm asking everyone to consider a monthly donation because it helps me know what income I've got, and then I can plan what I'm going to do with that money. And it's always related to either filming, getting better equipment, new microphones, all the things that allow me to be with you here live. So thank you very much, Ruth. Hello to Olga. Hello to Marie McLennan. Lovely to see you live today, Marie. Thank you very much. Hi to Leotie. Lovely to have you here. Who have we got here? Lynn Perman says, first time live from New York, following you since before the pandemic. Oh, lovely to know. Thank you, Lynn, and I hope you enjoyed the session today over in New York City. Is it cold out there? It's very cold here. I hope you are well. Hi to Olga, who is in a very, very rainy and windy Poland. I don't know how to pronounce that. How do I pronounce that, Olga? Wrocław, Krakow? I don't know. I'm really sorry. But I can see you're in Poland and it's really, really cold. Hello to Sarah Batagia. Nice to have you here. Hello to Charger wins it all. Not sure what your name is, but hello. Lovely to have you here. Sue De Pinto. Hello, Sue. My lovely Sue. Lovely to see you here. You're going to do this later. I know you like the gentle sessions, especially after doing Friday. Well, Friday was very, very good for you to do, Sue, with all your conditions that I know of so well. Sandra Reynoldson, hello to you. Lots of lovely friends here. June Kowalczak, hello to you over in Canada. You're going to do it later because you're seeing your chiropractor. Jolly good. I hope everything is all right. But you need to get your back fixed, don't you, June? So if you need to see that chiropractor, then that's all good. Hello to Tatiana Marinaki. Lovely to see you here. Tatiana, oh, let's have a look. You've got a question. Tatiana's saying, I was wondering, since I have low blood pressure and I get dizzy when I roll down, is there any other exercise I can substitute it with? So Tatiana, today, in fact, I will make a note on this video, we didn't do any rolling forward today, partly because I'm aware that quite a lot of people who are older, females especially, but men do get it as well, can be prone to osteoporosis or osteopenia. So I'll make a note in this, and I'm sorry I didn't do it sooner. That was an osteoporosis friendly workout. So we did nothing going forward or nothing with the dropping the head. So for Tatiana, who has low blood pressure, I understand you, Tatiana. Believe it or not, I actually have low blood pressure. But it seems to be all right for me unless I get really hot. Sauna's very difficult for me. Or getting up too quickly. So Tatiana, yes, as an alternative, I would recommend you do a little back extension like we did at the end of the session. If you don't get dizzy going in this direction, this is so good for your body. So just reaching up with the hands and circling around, you could do as your alternative. Highly recommend that for everybody. Anybody now who's over a device will have issues with their upper back. I see it all the time. It's used to be only an age-related thing. It's not now because of technology. So anything going in that direction is good for us all. Hope that helps you. Tatiana, hi to Rona Stevens. Lovely to see you, Rona. Know your name very well. Hi to Linda Verney Thompson. Linda says, a brilliant beginner or restarter session. I'll be sharing with my friends. Thank you so much, Linda. Yes, everybody, please, please, please be like Linda. Share this with anyone you know, or a Facebook group you know, any kind of club you know where there are people who are not yet started on their fitness journey or think maybe they're too old to start. You are never, never, never too old to start exercising. Really, believe me, at any age, you can do. We are meant to move. We are mammals after all, aren't we? We're humans, but we're mammals as well. We are meant to move our bodies. So try and get someone you know to join us who maybe is a little bit worried. Share this session. It's the kind of session anyone can do, all right? Thank you for that, Linda, and thank you for sharing. Okay, so we're going down. Kim B. Hello, Kim B. Lovely to see you. Says this is like a full body warm up. Got up with a stiff back, but all relieved now. Thank you. You're very welcome, Kim. Thank you for your lovely doggy emoji. Looks just like my little doggy. Very cute. Heather R. Hello, Heather says thank you. Great session. Sarah Vatachia, thank you so much for your donation today. That is much appreciated. Ruth says, lovely pace from me. Thank you, Ruth. Martin de Kerpel says, I wonder if you pull in the abdominal muscles during the day. It seemingly gives you overactive pelvic floor muscles, which I have. Okay, so Martin, this is a really interesting point to discuss, and this is for anybody who has any kind of issue with their pelvic floor muscles. Listen very carefully. So when we do our Pilates breathing, we encourage the drawing in of the abdominal muscles. The drawing in of the abdominal wall does have a connection into your pelvic floor. So as you draw in your abdominal wall, at the same time your pelvic floor will be doing this. That's good. What you don't want to be doing is doing it like this, yeah, doing it with any tension. It's about learning to control it. If you see how my hands are moving, it's the difference of this to this, yeah? You want to be able to move your pelvic floor, lift it up and let it relax, and lift it up and let it relax. You do not want to be over tensing it, because that can lead to problems in the future, which we don't want. Pelvic floor health, very important for men and women, and I'm going to say this again, for men and women. Women tend to talk about it more, but it is very important. And for women, what normally happens is in perimenopause, menopause, postmenopause, that's when those things start to change, because your hormones change, and when your hormone levels change, it does affect how your muscles respond, and particularly the pelvic floor muscle can change quite dramatically. So it's really good to do the exercise, but you don't want to be walking around all day long with tension, Martine. I don't walk around with my abdominals drawing in. For me, it's part of the process of the exercising. Is I will do it in a class, and I'm sure you will see it often when I'm teaching you guys, I'm not pulling in, because it's very hard to focus on doing that and teaching. But if I'm in my own practice, I focus on doing it, but I focus on doing it in a way where I am engaging the muscles, and I can feel I'm engaging the muscles, but I'm not doing it to the point where it's really tense, because that's not good for your muscles. It's not good for the pelvic floor. It's not good for any of your muscles. All right. You want to be able to have that elasticity in your muscles, to be able to tense and relax them. Yes, because they need to work in both directions. So I hope that helps. And Martine, thank you very much for bringing that up, because that was a really good point. Patricia Proudfoot, hi Patricia, thank you very much indeed for your donation today to class. That is much appreciated. Robin Newcomb says, I always enjoy these senior workouts. After a short hike in the Alps yesterday, those stretches were perfect. Cracking shoulders from my backpack. Thanks as always, Rachel. That's from Robin, who's over in Switzerland, everyone. So what a lovely picture to have, is Robin walking through the Alps with her backpack on. Lovely vision. I can just see snow and trees and mountains. Sounds wonderful. Thank you very much indeed, Robin. Leotie has a question. Leotie says, thank you, Rachel. Well done. Do you have any recommendations for a painful knee? I know not to plie too deeply. Yes, Leotie. So please go and have a look at my I think I have 3 videos, maybe 4 now. Pilates for painful knees. I have one which is crazy popular, like 1.5 million people have done it now. That's actually in a chair. And what's good about that, Leotie, doing it in a chair, is you can really focus on the muscles you need to strengthen to support your knee. Sounds like you do have some osteoarthritis perhaps in your knee, Leotie. So if bending too much is painful, bend to the point that's within a range that it's not for you. You do want to have some mobility in your knee. So I don't really like to say to people, don't bend your knee, because at some point our knees have to bend in life. When we're walking, they bend. When we're picking something up or bending down to pick up a child or pat a dog or pick up our shopping, whatever it might be, you do need to bend your knees. But you want to be mindful of how far. So, for example, Leotie, I would recommend to you, you continue doing the workouts, but don't bend to the point where there is pain. But I would really, really encourage it, because I know it works. I really know it works, because I have 1.5 million people who have continued to do my workout. Pilates for painful knees. You can either do the one in the chair, that's called Pilates for very painful knees. You can do the one which is a mat work. It's on the floor. Very simple exercises. Again, it's very knee muscle focused. I say knee muscle. It's not about the joint. It's about working all the muscles around the joint, above and below, because when they get stronger, the pain will reduce in your knee, because you've got more support from the musculature around your knee. And then I have another Pilates for painful knees using a cushion. You can also alternate with a ball, because you need to strengthen the muscles on the inner and outer thighs as well to support those knees. So that's what I would suggest. And Leotie, if you just want something to do as an alternative to a painful knee, you could do the heel lifts that we were doing today, so keeping the legs straight, or the gentle lifts that we were doing. So for example, if doing this is too painful, you can alternate by doing this, because this will be working hip, thigh and around the knee, but obviously you're not putting lots of weight on it. It just depends how you feel standing on one leg, because I do know some people with osteoarthritis, it doesn't feel, if the knee's really bad, standing on that leg, it's even more uncomfortable. So have a think about that. Try some of those things out, Leotie, and let me know. Jenny B, hello Jenny B. Jenny says, great session. I've been doing Pilates for many years, not quite a senior, but I still really enjoyed focusing on getting the basics right. Jenny, thank you so much for that feedback. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it's really important, no matter how much knowledge we get, and even me as a teacher, it's very important to go back to the basics and remind yourself, because I think sometimes it gets lost, doesn't it, in all the exercises we might be doing, or trying to do something different, refreshing all that knowledge. And maybe hearing things described in a different way can also help you in your own body work on those little things that you know help you. So thank you for sharing that, Jenny. Elizabeth Rodriguez says, thank you, Miss R. So good. You guide us through the exercises. Giving us time to do the correct position is so important. I voted to tell you the truth. All you do and teach us is great. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Martine said, this one fits in the ballet challenge. Loved it. Thanks. You're very welcome. Lynn Perman says, I'm 72 and I've been doing Pilates for at least 18 years. However, this is the first time doing live with you. I've been doing you since the pandemic. I'm from New York and I adore you. Lynn, thank you so much. And how lovely you're here with me live. Come and see me again soon. Okay, so I'm whisking down the chat because I'm aware time is running out. It's lovely though, there's still 103 of us online together. Maureen de Marais says, well, I'll miss you on Monday mornings, but you have lots of great videos I can do until next month's live. Well, I'll still be here, Maureen, every Monday. I'm not going anywhere. It's just that I'm going to do seniors once a month. And the reason I've done that, if you guys want to know, is I've been thinking about when you're a senior and maybe you have a condition, or maybe you're at the point where you want to take time to really get things in your body, because that's what I think is really important. As we get older, it takes a little bit longer to take on new ideas, in particular new movement practices, new ways of moving your body, if it's not something you've done before, or if it's been a very long time since you did all that. And Pilates is quite an intellectual way of exercising. That's why I like it, because it just works. But it takes a long time to really get the technique in your head. So my thoughts were, Maureen, my thoughts were that if we start today, and those that I feel they need it are at the beginning of their journey, work on what we did today for the next 4 weeks. Then in the next 4 weeks, the next one will be a progression from today. So you would have had 4 weeks to really get those movement patterns in your body. We did a lot of external rotation of the hips, the shoulders, we did spinal extension, we did a lot of work on balance, a lot of work today with the feet and the ankles particularly, and then we will take it up a level on our next meeting. So that's the idea. But if you can do other videos and you're not at the beginning of your journey, I will be back next Monday with another video. It'll be a mixed ability. Okay, so Fridays from now on are a higher level. When I say higher, that's the wrong word. They are intermediate level. So they're for people who know what they're doing, don't have any particular movement issues, or if they have any injuries, they are able to manage them. They know what they can and can't do. That's on Fridays. Mondays is going to move between beginner, mixed ability and senior. All right. And I always announce what I'm doing on the community page. So a lot of people have asked me about that lately. If you go onto my YouTube page and just go along, look underneath the banner, which is the long picture at the top, look just below that and it says home, videos, live, playlists, community. I think it's in that order. If you click on community, that's where I do a lot of my announcements, and I kind of let you know what's going on, where I'm going to be, when I'm going to be there. All right. Lovely. Okay. Sarah English, hello to you. Sarah says that was a great refresher. Very helpful when coming back from yet another injury. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'll be sticking with this and donating on paydays. Bless you and thank you. That's most kind of you, Sarah. And I really hope you feel better soon after your injury. Jan Dunn says, I've missed only 9 days of Pilates with you this year. Just bought you a coffee. Thank you very much, Jan. That's very, very, very nice of you. Thank you. Olga, you are in Krakow. I got it right. I was trying to work out if that was the correct pronunciation. So thank you very much for that. I have been to Krakow. A lovely, lovely place. So lovely. I can visualize where you are. I went round the square where the clock is. I can't remember what it was called, but I was there. I was there for 2 days many years ago, but it was a beautiful place. So thank you very much. Patsy Mitchell says, thank you. I'm going to go this 3 times a week for 4 weeks. California, lots of rain. I'm sorry to hear that, Patsy. But good for you, Patsy. Let me know how you get on doing this 3 times a week for 4 weeks. Good, fantastic news. You are going to feel so different if you can make a little note in your diary how today was for you. And then each Monday, write a little note in your diary, what's different, what's improved, what was easier. You'll find it gets easier and easier each time you do it. That's great to hear. So thank you very much for that, Patsy. Okay, so Ellie Judis, is that the right pronunciation, has a question. And their question is, do you think squats are more effective than glute bridges? That's a really good question. I think it depends on what you want to get out of the exercise. I was doing standing today, so we were doing, I wouldn't call them squats, what we did today, because we didn't go full range. I would call them more knee bends or pliés, but maybe that's my dance background. But I don't think they're any more or less effective. They kind of work at different parts of the body, really. So it depends on what you're doing. Me personally, I always think variety is important. Glute bridges, if you are lying on the floor and you're lifting up, do you mean a pelvic curl or do you mean a straight lift? Because that also works the body slightly differently. I associate a glute bridge with a straight lift up. And that's very much glute focus with obviously hamstrings as well. I like that because it also stretches the front of the hips, feels very good. Squats I always think are more leg focused. So I think they have a different, a different focus depending on what you're doing. So yeah, that's what I think. So there you go. Olga says, I'm 45 plus, I love it, practice with you, but for me, good osteoporosis practice too. Good to know, thank you for that, Olga. Patsy Mitchell says, osteoporosis gal, I'm grateful for safe workout that'll improve my body. You're a blessing for me. Thank you, Patsy. And thank you both of you for that reminder because I didn't put that in today and I'm going to add it when I finish. Lynn Perman, thank you so much for your donation. That was your first donation on the live stream. So thank you very much indeed. And Patsy Mitchell. Patsy, thank you so much for your donation as well. Your first donation on the live stream. I feel like I need a trumpet sound. Do-do-do-do. But thank you very much indeed. Very, very kind of you. Robin, oh, it was like that yesterday, was it? How lovely. Thank you very much. Leota, you're welcome. Martine de Kerpel says, I was taught so as a kid when I had scoliosis to pull in all the time. Thanks. That's really interesting, Martine, because I also was taught to pull in all the time in my dancing classes because I have a mild scoliosis. And as I've learnt more and studied more as I've got older, I mean, I've always been interested in how the body moves, but I did my formal study. Let's see, it's now 15 years ago. And obviously I've been studying ever since because I do continued professional development, which means in between, even though I'm fully qualified and fully certified as a Pilates instructor, I do extra training. So I've done Pilates for injuries and pathologies. I've done Pilates for the mature client, Pilates for pelvic floor health, Pilates for diastasis recti, Pilates for pregnancy, Pilates for postpartum bodies. I've done a lot of extra training. And I've learned through that and working on my own body that actually it's not good to hold it in all the time. It's good to be able to contract and release. So have a think about that, Martine, because I think it will make a big difference in how your scoliosis feels as well. Certainly for me, when I started to be less hypertense, as I call it, in the body, it made everything a little bit easier. So maybe see what you think. Okay. Oh yes, Mr. K's been posting. Thank you, Mr. K. Lovely. Okay, so I'm just going down the chat. We're just going to finish up shortly. Amaravathi, have I said that right? Hello to you. He says, appreciate your session for seniors, Rachel. You are very welcome. Thank you very much indeed. Will sticker go to our teacher? Yes, it will, Patsy. And you're going to journal your journey? Yes, that's what I want. Good, and let me know. Okay, yes, any technical problems, everyone? Kerwin is the person, my husband, Mr. K. He will, maybe we should call him Mr. K from now on. I really like that. He can solve all your tech issues. So any problems with donating, your broadband, well, not necessarily your broadband, but anything to do with technical stuff on here, he's your man. Olga, thank you so much for your donation. Your first donation as well, yay. Well done, Olga. That's wonderful stuff. All right, everyone, I'm going to go now. So it's been wonderful to spend this time with you all. There's still 99 of us here. So what a lovely chat we've had this afternoon. I will be back and I will tell you, I believe, where's my phone? I believe it's the 4th of March. I will next seniors. Let me tell you right now. Yep, our next seniors is going to be on Monday, the 4th of March. And I will make it a progression of today. So if you are going to do this 3 times a week for 4 weeks, the next one, it'll prepare you for what's coming next. All right. And then next Monday, I intend to do a mixed ability Pilates class. I'll put more information about that up in the next day or 2. All right. So until then, I want you all to have a lovely, lovely week. And I'm going to see you very soon. Keep up the great work, keep moving, and yeah, take care of yourselves. Bye for now.